So when it comes to Dylan's phone records and like outgoing information on Snapchat, in big old 2023 in November, it says message contents unknown. Contents of messages unknown, okay? But everyone else's Snapchat messages are in here. On May 15th, 2026, we went to review Chapter 6 of Broken Plea and ended up having a 6.5 or so hour live because the entirety of Chapter 6 in this book is the report regarding Dylan Mortensen's interview with ISP and MPD on 11/17/22. This is the interview where everything that she previously stated started being unraveled. She started being even more inconsistent than she already was. And a lot more questions come from this interview, especially now that we have facts, phone data, and a lot more evidence to prove that there was a lot more going on than what they want us to believe in that 8-hour time frame, and probably even before that. In order to make sure that the information that is being told to us inconsistent, the information that's being proven to have been a lie with the information that we have now, to make sure that that information, to make sure that the facts are being spread correctly, I am going to be breaking this very long interview down into smaller segments just to give some more in-depth information to this interview. And I will have a link in the description box to the full hours and hours long live if you just want to listen to it that way.
911 location of your emergency.
Breaking news out of North Idaho. Moscow police are investigating a homicide on King Road.
Is she breathing?
No.
So 5'10", all black. Could you see what color his eyebrows were or anything like that?
No, I don't remember what his eyes look like either.
Officers discovered the bodies of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Maddie Mogen, and Kaylee Goncalves, but no weapon has been located at this time.
Arrested. That's 28-year-old Bryan Kohberger in custody today.
Kohberger allegedly stalked one of the victims. That's false.
We do not have evidence that the defendant had direct contact with 1122 or with residents of 1122, but we can put his phone in that area. There are many residences in that area. It's a dense population of mostly college-related occupants.
Everything is alleged.
Are you guys able to go like download my Snapchat stuff in there, or is that not possible?
So I've been traveling these last couple of days, so I don't know everything that's been done up there in Moscow and what they've been able to find.
Okay.
But if I have information,
that's Blaker, by the way.
For you to do certain things, and it helps them.
Because there is a gap on your cell phone.
There's a gap. And that's
see, so Gooch is admitting to her right here that they already have the fact that there is a gap in her phone information, and that means that they have the phone information and they're still talking to this chick without having it in front of them so they can call her out when she's not being truthful.
On your cell phone from Saturday, but it resumes normally on Sunday.
Yeah, that's probably why. If there is any way that you guys could download that stuff, I would really like you to have that just so you can get a better timeline and figure anything out.
Sure.
I don't want to interject too much, but I just got an email from Bill Thompson about specifically Snapchat accounts, all the accounts that you would have on your email, because
okay, I'm gonna backtrack this. Conveniently, as the interview is happening and this very subject is being discussed, her attorney interjects and says, "Hello, I just got a message from Bill Thompson about this exact same thing." The convenience.
Or is that not possible?
So I've been traveling these last couple of days, so I don't know everything that's been done up there in Moscow and what they've been able to find.
Okay.
But if I have information that it's normal for you to do certain things, then it helps them.
Because there is a gap on your cell phone. There's a gap of communications on your cell phone from Saturday, but it resumes normally on Sunday.
Yeah, that's probably why. If there is any way that you guys could download that stuff, I would really like you to have that just so you can get a better timeline and figure anything.
People that overly want to help like that, like, please download all my information, please take everything. No, you're full of shit. You and your attorney had this conversation before you entered this little arena.
I don't want to interject too much, but I just got an email from Bill Thompson about specifically Snapchat accounts, all the accounts that you would have on your email, because I was talking to the Detective Blaker about maybe you guys just deleting those accounts so that you're not getting hounded by, you know, the trolls out there. And
delete my social
he had
media.
a meeting this morning with a forensic detective, and he says, we prefer that the accounts not be deleted. If it would help, we could get your client's login information to Detective Mowry, and he could then change the passwords so your clients wouldn't have to worry about the accounts. Okay. So that's just something for you guys to discuss and throw out, that's what they're wanting to know. What,
because you can't just freaking get a search warrant and forensically pull it from the server. Like, obviously you're going to do the forensic download on the device and on all the apps on the device and everything itself. But why are y'all acting like, what? Listen to what she said one more time.
He says, we prefer that the accounts not be deleted. If it would help, we could get your client's login information to Detective Mowry, and he could then change the passwords so your clients wouldn't have to worry about the accounts. Okay. So that's just something for you guys to discuss and throw out, that's what they're wanting to know, what you want to do with that. If that's easier to just give them your passwords and they can just log in. But I'll let you guys think about that.
Okay.
The one thing with Snapchat is when you do send a text, it can go away. So I'm going to guess you guys can still download that stuff maybe.
If not.
This is where I'm mad. And I don't understand why they're trying to play like this is not how this works. And if this is honestly how this works, then Snapchat needs to it doesn't need to exist anymore. When it comes to Dylan's records, and again, according to Whitcomb, this graph was put together by police in November of 2023. And I don't understand why, when it comes to Dylan's Snapchat, they want us to believe that they don't have any of this information. So when it comes to Dylan's phone records and like outgoing information on Snapchat, in big old 2023 in November, it says message contents unknown. Contents of messages unknown, okay? But everyone else's Snapchat messages are in here. When it comes to even stuff that's older, they have the Snapchat message. So if they can grab Snapchat messages from other people's information, explain to me why they can't get Dylan's. Look. Hunter Johnson and Ethan messaging each other was Snapchat. So how do they have everyone else's Snapchat messages, but when it comes to literally everything in way of Dylan's, it says that the contents are unknown, and it does it here too. Let's go up to the top. So this is the message where she sends Eric. Let me switch the view here. So here's the messages. This is at 2:10. Okay, she sends this message to Eric, and then immediately there's all this incoming, outgoing, incoming, outgoing, incoming. And we don't know what this is. We don't know what the contents are. And again, it says right here that she doesn't read this damn message until 4:29. This is the message from Eric back to her about driving. 4:29 is when she opens the damn thing. That's crazy as hell. And then again, this is where I showed you. She didn't call Bethany. Bethany called Dylan. And then this is calling Xana. This is calling Kaylee. This is calling Bethany back. This is calling Maddie. And then the messages. I mean, her and Bethany. She's green, Bethany's blue. So we have all of these. And then we have where Dylan tries to call Ethan one more time. And then we have another outgoing message to another person, a random person with no name at 4:24. And then we have an outgoing call at 4:27 to a number that they're not telling us. Outgoing message, call to Kaylee. Another outgoing message. Dylan sending a message out to Kaylee. Then we have the photos. and the videos after 5 o'clock, all the way to 6:25. Then Instagram. All this is Instagram. And then we have 10 o'clock in the morning, outgoing messages, more Instagram, Indeed, more Indeed, messages. So much activity. All this activity. We're still at like 11:15. Like, she was so active in doing things. So active. And then we get on TikTok. So much. I mean, this is 50 pages, guys. 49 pages of activity. And she's just back and forth. Then here comes her dad asking when he can talk to her. And she pushes it back to the furthest time she possibly could. And then there's Jenna. And then more Facebook, Instagram. And then this is where she finally calls Emily at 11:50. Gets a message from Jenna. And then she's on Instagram. I don't know what this double click widget is. Lots of activity here. Okay, let's go back to this.
That they can also request through Snapchat for preservation.
Okay,
and then see if it would still be there when they get.
That's the main thing, because I believe I called Ethan through Snapchat, not because I like some people I don't have.
So then I am going to question even harder why we have Snapchat messages for Kaylee sending a picture to Maddie at the corner club, that we have Snapchat information for the message that Ethan sent to Hunter about where he was drinking. How can we have their Snapchat information, but we can't get any contents for Dylan's? And the contents of message unknown is on like all of the stuff when it comes to Dylan. Like, I'll highlight some more right here and show you. Here's another one between 10 and 10:23. And then there's another one. There's a bunch. I mean, that's just one page. So they can go and they can get Kaylee's, Maddie's, Ethan's. Dylan's snaps are just not accessible for some reason. How do you explain that?
Their Snapchat, I don't have their phone number, which is kind of weird. That's how it is.
What's your login information on Snapchat?
Like my user.
User and then your.
So it would be. I mean, I can reset it so you guys can have that password. I'll try and figure that out.
So your password would.
I've had a lot of passwords, so I have to figure that out.
Can I ask you before I forget? Because
remember though, that notebook in Xana's room is opened up to a page that says passwords on it. So I think this is where they're going to ask her if she knew her roommate's cell phone's passwords, because this was there.
I will, because I'm open. Do you happen to know your roommate's passwords onto their cell phones?
No, I don't at all.
So you've never seen them put in their PIN or do a.
No, usually you don't. You're not really logging out of Snapchat.
I'm just talking just into their phones in general.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they have passwords or not. I have no clue. May or may not know Maddie's, because we're all super close, but Maddie was, so they had like that a little bit stronger connection, but I doubt she knows that. So at 3:10, it's when I asked her, but I never responded. I just went to bed. So I guess it would have been like 3:15 I went to bed-ish.
So the timeline, and you know this already, that it's so critical to us.
Yeah, I remember when I first did the second interview, I didn't know the times, but now looking at photos and text, I can see better timeline.
Do you know if it ever came?
I don't think so. I would guess he didn't, because I never responded. But he, we talked to him all the time. We would text him all the time. He knew where our house was. He knew what Front Atlantis was, what the Whites was. We really liked him. He was our favorite Uber driver.
Her favorite.
He could know something just because they do probably have cameras, and it probably would be a good guy to talk to just in case. But we trusted him. He was a super nice guy.
You trust everybody,
Dylan.
Dylan.
Safe. I never had any weird suspicion with him ever.
How old is he?
Oh, I don't know. I think mid-30s probably. He has a kid. I know that, and he's married.
So he's talked to you. You've had conversations.
Yeah, we've had a lot of conversations, like obviously drunk with him.
So you went to bed after that communication?
Yes, after that communication.
No, you didn't.
I don't fully remember, but I think I was on my phone watching Vampire Diaries for a little bit. I don't know how long.
Did she say on her phone?
If I was or wasn't. I guess.
Did she just say she was on her phone watching Vampire Diaries, meaning that the information that she could have actually heard in way of the running and the screaming and blah, 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 could have literally been coming from her phone by her face, not from the living room. So she watched Vampire Diaries in the living room with Lakeland and then watched it again on her phone in her bedroom. I didn't catch that before. If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on the way out, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already, and please don't forget to make sure that the notification bell is set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. See y'all.